Hello, my friend. Today I want to tell you a story. It is not about a rich man or a genius. It is about someone like you. This story is simple, but it carries something deep. It starts with one book, a small book, but that book changed a life forever. While you listen, you will do two things. You will learn English, and maybe you will find the strength to believe in yourself again. This is more than a story. It is a small journey, a journey through fear, hope, and change. And it begins now with you. Let's start. Get ready to feel something. And remember, you will improve your English. And you will improve your life. Her name was Emma. She was 38 years old. She lived alone in a small town where everything looked the same every single day. Emma worked at a laundry shop. She cleaned clothes, folded them, and gave them back. People said thank you, but no one knew her name. After work, she walked home slowly. She made tea, watched TV, and went to sleep. Every day felt like a copy of the last. Emma didn't hate her life, but she didn't love it either. Something inside her felt tired, like a part of her was asleep. Sometimes she looked at the stars. She asked herself, is this it? Is this my life? And she didn't know the answer. But one thing gave her a strange hope: English. She didn't know why, but she wanted to understand it. Maybe it could change something. She dreamed of reading an English book, watching a movie without subtitles, talking to someone from another country. It felt far away, but warm. Still, she was afraid. She thought, I'm too old. I don't remember fast. I have no time. I have no teacher. Why try? So she stayed silent. She watched people live. She folded clothes. But that little dream sat quietly inside her, waiting for the right moment. One Sunday, it rained all day. Her friend Mia called her and said, I found a book for you. I think you'll like it. Mia gave her an old book with a blue cover. The title was simple. Inside were short English stories with easy words and pictures. Emma laughed. I can't read this, Mia said. Try one page. Just one. Don't think too much. That night, Emma opened the book. Her hands shook. Her heart beat fast. She read the first sentence out loud. Then again, then again. The words felt strange but soft. It took her 30 minutes to finish one page. When she closed the book, her eyes were tired, but her heart felt full and awake. That night, she put the book next to her bed. She looked at it and smiled. Maybe I can do this, she whispered to herself. The next day, after work, Emma sat at the table. She opened the book again. Page 2, a story about a boy and his kite. She read slowly, one word at a time. Her finger followed the lines, her lips moved. She whispered the story until she finished the page. She felt proud, not because it was easy, but because she didn't give up. For the first time in years, she felt a small victory. Day by day, she read more, one page each night, sometimes two. She wrote down new words in a small notebook next to her bed. She wrote words like hill, wind, and smile. She looked at them every day. She repeated them when she was walking or cooking. But when she tried to speak, it was hard. Her mouth felt slow. The words were in her mind, but they stayed locked inside. Emma felt stuck. She could understand simple English, but speaking was like climbing a mountain. She felt frustrated, scared, and almost gave up. Then she found a video online. A woman said, if you want to speak, then speak. Even if you're alone, it's called self-talk. Emma laughed. Talk to myself? That's crazy. But later that night, She stood in front of the mirror and said, "Hello, my name is Emma." She said it again. "Hello, my name is Emma. Then, I work at a laundry shop. I like tea. I want to learn English." It felt strange. Her voice was quiet, but she didn't stop. The next morning, she spoke while making breakfast. "I'm cooking eggs. I need salt." When she walked to the store, she said, "The sky is blue. I see a car. The road is wet. My shoes are old." She didn't worry about grammar. She didn't worry about mistakes. She just talked to herself about everything she saw, did, and felt each day. She started using her phone to record her voice. She said, "Today, I folded clothes. I read 2 pages. I feel good and strong." She played it back. Her voice sounded slow, but also real. It was her voice in English. It was her effort. It made her smile. 3 weeks passed. One day at the laundry shop, a tourist walked in. He asked, "Excuse me, do you speak English?" Emma's heart jumped. She was afraid. But then she smiled and said, "A little." The man asked, "Where is the nearest coffee shop?" She answered, slowly, "Go straight." Then left. "It's near the bank." He smiled, said thanks, and left. Emma stood still, her hands shaking. She did it. She used English. It was not perfect, but it was real. Her face turned red, but her heart was shining with joy. That night, Emma sat on her bed and wrote in her notebook, "I spoke English today. I helped someone. I feel proud of myself." She smiled, closed her eyes, and remembered every word she had said. Her English was still small, but her courage was growing fast. The next day, she searched online again. This time, she found a new method called shadowing. It said, "Repeat what you hear right away." She chose a short video. The speaker said, "My name is Lily. I live in London. I like books." Emma repeated each line after her. It was not easy. Her tongue felt slow, but she did it again. She whispered the sentences. Then she said them louder, then faster. Each night, she played new clips. She shadowed voices. Some were clear, some were fast. But she kept going, word by word, breath by breath. She started hearing rhythm in the sentences. The sounds became music. And she began to feel more comfortable using English with her own voice. Later, she found another technique. It was called the 3-pass method. First, listen or read without stopping. Second, understand the new words. Third, repeat everything again out loud. She tried it with her blue book. One story, first for fun, then to study, then to speak. She circled 5 new words, looked them up, wrote them down, then read the full story again, slowly and clearly, until her voice felt strong. Emma used all 3 methods every week: self-talk in the mirror, shadowing videos, and reading with the 3-pass method. Step by step, she improved. One evening, Mia called her. "Come over," she said. "Let's watch a movie. It's in English, but with easy subtitles. You'll like it." Emma was nervous, but she went. They made popcorn and sat together. The movie started. At first, she read fast, but didn't understand. Then, she heard a line, "I miss you." She knew that sentence. Then another, "It's not your fault." She had shadowed that last week. Her heart jumped. Then one more line, "I believe in you." She didn't need to read. She heard it. She understood it. Without looking. Emma turned to Mia with wide eyes. I understood that, she whispered. Mia smiled and said, Of course, you've worked so hard for this. Emma felt something deep inside her heart. She wanted to cry, but she didn't. She just smiled and said, Maybe I really can do this. That night, she made a voice note. I watched a movie. I understood real English. Not all of it, but enough. I am proud today. Winter came early. The days were short and cold. The laundry shop felt quiet. Emma worked as usual, but her heart felt heavier than before. One morning, her boss called her inside. He said, I'm sorry. We don't have enough customers. I can't keep you. I must let you go. Emma stood still. She didn't speak. She just nodded, packed her things, and walked home slowly in the cold wind, holding her bag close. That night, she didn't open her book. She didn't turn on any English videos. She sat in silence and stared at the dark window. I lost my job, she thought. I have no money, no plan. Maybe learning English is useless. Maybe I should stop everything now. The next day, she didn't practice. Or the next, she watched old shows in her language. She didn't open her notebook. She didn't speak English. A whole week passed. Emma felt like she was falling into a hole again. The voice inside her said, Why try? You always fail. One afternoon, she needed to write a phone number. She opened her notebook and saw something she wrote weeks ago. I believe in you. She stopped. She looked at her handwriting, then turned more pages. There were words of hope everywhere, small sentences filled with light and love. I am brave. Try again. Keep going. Mistakes are okay. These were her words, from her heart, from the old Emma who didn't give up. She pressed her hand over the page and closed her eyes. A tear rolled down, but her heart whispered something. I'm still here. I still care. Emma walked to the mirror and said softly, I am still learning. Then again, louder, I am still learning. I didn't stop. I'm not done. The next morning, she woke up, made hot tea, and opened her blue book. She didn't read a full page, just one short paragraph. Then she spoke to herself again. I'm reading. I'm trying. This is enough for today. Small steps. That's how I move forward now. A few days later, Mia called. Let's go to the market, she said. Emma smiled. Okay, I need fresh air and maybe a little hope. At the market, Emma saw a small red book on a table. It said, Simple Conversations for English Learners. The title made her smile gently. She opened it. Inside were short dialogues, easy words, common phrases. It was only 20,000. She had just enough money to buy it. That night, she opened the new book. First line A. How are you, B? I'm fine, thank you. She whispered the line and smiled again. She spoke both parts. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Her voice was soft but steady. Something small inside her came back to life. She made a plan, 3 small steps every day, 1 short dialogue, 1 paragraph reading, 1 self-talk in the mirror. It was not hard, just consistent. Each night, she checked the boxes in her notebook. She wasn't perfect, but she was back, and that made all the difference. Spring came. The trees turned green again. The sun stayed longer. Emma woke up every day with calm hands and a quiet but strong heart. She still followed her plan, 1 short dialogue, 1 paragraph reading, One self-talk. It wasn't big, but it brought her peace and focus again. One morning, her neighbor knocked. "Emma, do you speak English?" she asked. Emma smiled and said, "A little." The woman gave her a flyer. It was from a local school. They needed a volunteer for a speaking class. Just 1 hour a week. Just simple conversation practice with students. Emma was shocked. "Me help others speak English." The woman nodded. "You speak better than anyone here. They need someone like you." That night, Emma stood in front of the mirror. She whispered, "I can help. I'm not perfect, but maybe I'm ready to give back now." She walked into the classroom the next Saturday. 5 students looked at her. Teenagers, nervous, curious. Emma smiled and said, "Hi, I'm Emma." She wrote her favorite sentence on the board. "I believe in you." One girl looked at it for a long time, then whispered it out loud. They started simple. "What's your name? How old are you? What do you like?" Emma helped them speak. She shared her old methods with them. She showed her notebook, her first recordings, her blue book. She said, "I started with one sentence. That's all. One sentence. Every day." One student asked, "Why did you learn English?" Emma looked around and said, "Because I wanted to change, not outside, but inside." Now, dear listener, let me tell you 5 lessons Emma learned. 5 small things that changed her life and maybe can change yours too. 1. Speak to yourself. Every day, even if you are alone, your voice matters. Your voice creates your confidence. Word by word. 2. Bed. Something every day, 1 page, 1 paragraph. It builds your world, your thoughts, and your joy in the small moments. 3. Shadow. What you hear. Repeat what you listen to. Don't worry about being perfect. Just speak with rhythm and feel the sound. 4. Write your words. Keep a notebook. It's not just practice. It's your mirror. You will see how far you've come. 5. Never give up. Not when you're tired. Not when you're slow. The change is slow, but it's real, and it belongs to you. Emma is still the same woman in many ways. Still drinks tea, still wears old shoes. But now, she lives with a new voice and light. That small blue book changed her English, but her courage changed her whole life. 1 page, 1 word, 1 choice to try again. Now it's your turn. Say something out loud right now. Maybe I am learning English. Or simply, I believe I can improve. It may feel strange. It may feel small. But small steps begin great journeys. You have everything you need. The rest is just action. So I'll say it to you. Just like Emma said to her students, I believe in you. Yes, you, listening right now. This is your turn. Start today.